Aisha radiallahu anha, she said, "Kuntu ashrab wa ana ha'id." She said, I used to drink while I was on my menses. ثم أناوله النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. And then I would give the drinking vessel to the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. فيدع فاه على موضع فيه. And so he would put his mouth on the same place that my mouth had drank from. And this, bearing in mind, ikhwan, if any of you have ever had a real Arabesque meal, if you've traveled or you've been away, you have some who still practice it, and that is that they will have the meal, which is ordinarily one large plate with the kharoof or whatever it is that is upon it, that has been cooked. And then you'll find it mathalan in Yemen, you'll find it in some of the older qura in mathalan Najd mathalan, still to this day, even in Medina, some places, but generally in those areas in Najd, as far as Saudi Arabia is concerned, any of those small villages in Dawadmi and Nifi, Al-Breda, Uneza, those smaller villages, you'll find that they'll cook and then they'll present the drink just the same way that the food was in one vessel and upon one platter. The drink is in one. It's not everybody doesn't receive an individual drink, but the drink is in one vessel likewise, like a bowl. And so you would drink from the bowl and you pass it on. You drink, pass it on, and drink and pass it on. Na'am. So the Prophet ﷺ, Aisha radiallahu anha, mentioned that indeed he used to drink while I was on my menses. And in Tabi Ikhwan, here, generally most men have a manner of, if she's on her menses, I'm actually not going to say it, but if she's on her menses, that he generally shies away from her, or finds, she's. But the Prophet ﷺ here still manifesting emotion, manifesting affection, and not being affected by the fact that she was on her menses. As the Prophet ﷺ mentioned, her menses is not in her hands. Neither is it in her mouth or connected to anything other than one area. So Aisha radiallahu anha, she said that I used to drink while I was on my menses, and I would pass the vessel to him, and then he would put his mouth on the same area. And this would make it clearer. And the reason I explained that whole vessel thing was so that you would understand that you've got the whole lip of that vessel. The Prophet ﷺ would find the area that she had just drunk from, and then he would put his mouth on that same area. Which of course, ikhwan, is not necessarily he's going to say, look, Aisha, what I'm doing. You can see. Not that he explained it, but she observed it. Now you imagine, ikhwan, what is going through the heart and mind of Aisha when she observes her husband turning the vessel and drinking from that same place without saying, Aisha, look what I'm about to do. But she's just observing him, and she sees that, subhanAllah, he turned the vessel to where I just drank from to put his mouth in the same place. And if that's not love, yahi. Huh? If that's not love. So you imagine the heart of Aisha. And that indicates clearly that it doesn't necessitate, sometimes it's the small things that a person carries out in his relationship with his wife that causes her to reflect upon the fact that the man really loves me. Actually does love me. And sometimes it's small things, ikhwan, that we overlook. Sometimes it's those little things, if we carry them out, then that will strengthen without doubt the mahabba and the love.